Good evening, folks. It is your friendly neighborhood wolf, Rex Ripley here, back again on a Wednesday night for another puzzling pup stream. It's the usual. We got some lo-fi music playing in the background. We got some games you can play on the stream. Uh, so it's exclamation mark fish to cast a line and see what you can catch. And you can always try to guess the Pokemon that will constantly refresh in the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, we are going to work away at this puzzle. Um, I usually chat a little bit, like, as I'm going, but if you have anything to talk about, please feel free to throw some comments in chat. Um, because I am just going to work away at this and try to kind of talk through my mental process as I'm working on the puzzle. Uh, for folks who have been here with me before, I'm usually very all over the place and always changing my mind about what part of the puzzle I'm focusing on, so I'm going to be a little bit of everywhere. That is just how my brain works. I did take some time to take a few more pieces that were sorted away into the boxes before I started, so there are more pieces on here than there were before, and we're going to get right into it. Um, and just for me to have something to yap about while I keep an eye out for anyone joining, or saying hi in chat. I was in a stream earlier with Be the Chaos, fantastic streamer. You should check her out if you don't already know her. And then we raided into, oh shoot, now I'm going to forget their name. It was Jen, I think. I'd have to get the full name later. But we raided into someone else who had some really awesome vibes. I hadn't seen them before, so it was I always enjoy meeting new people. And we got into a tangent of a conversation about like old internet things, because her and B had done collabs before. They both did horror games, but now they kind of shifted from horror games and hadn't collabed as much. And so chat kind of got into talking about like the um, dynamics of online friendships and how things like that can grow and change over the years, and how I mean, maybe not so much now, but I think like 10 years ago, um, it was kind of like weird for you to have like online friends. Like people were like, oh, your friends are online, like those aren't real friends. But honestly, if I go back in time to like the amount of years that I spent in World of Warcraft and the friendships that I built in that game that proceeded to go outside of the game, like I don't play WoW anymore, but I'm still friends with those people on Facebook. When I don't talk to them as often as I used to, but even when Destiny came out, I hooked up again with a couple of the people that I knew from WoW to play Destiny with them, right? So like, you accidentally you get into these games because you enjoy them, but then you accidentally end up making new friends and new people, and you bring new people into your life that enrich your life, and whether you met them online or met them at the bar at the end of your street, like they can still be important people in your life, and they're no less valuable to you in your life um, than someone you met in face to face, right? Like, um, so I think people forget sometimes how, like, I mean, the internet's changed over time. There used to be forums, there used to be LiveJournal, there used to be like so many different things, and now we have like social media that's so much more, I guess you'd say, fast paced. Like, no one. I'm sure there's forums that exist, but I feel like they're not super frequented like they used to be, kind of back in like the early days of the internet. Like I remember them, where it was a bit more slow paced. You really got to know people. So that what is why I think since coming to Twitch, it's been so refreshing, because I'm feeling like that um, that like feeling again of getting into a space where you just feel kind of like welcomed for being yourself, and you can find your little like niche on Twitch of people that you can kind of connect to and get to know them. And then I'm still pretty new to streaming, but even after doing my collaborative event on Monday with Silence, um, it makes a big difference. Like, you meet these people and they become a part of your life, and they're no less important than people who you see every day face to face. Like, you know, Twitch has very quickly become a place that I like enjoy coming to, and there was a long time where I never really understood why people would go and watch someone play video games for 6 hours, but like it's way more than just going and watching someone play a game for 6 hours. Like, I'm interacting with other people in the chat. I'm interacting with the person who's streaming. You get to know these people, and they become kind of part of your like solar system of people online. And some people you see in other people's streams, and then you say hi to them when you're both watching someone else, at the same time, and it just builds that like relationship. And I think it's been a long time since I felt like there's been a community that I found that I've had that with. Um, I mean, I have friends in real life that I see, and we play Pathfinder together, and we go to conventions together, and like, but it's really only been like besides my wife, um, and now my boyfriend, like, it's been a very long time since I felt like I've had close friends. It's very hard for me to not necessarily make friends. Like, I can talk to people and I can meet people, and hey baby, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining. Um, like, I can talk to people, and I can arguably like feel like I had a connection, but then so often it's not reciprocated in the same way that I feel like I'm feeling it. Um, but I don't necessarily. That looks right. I don't necessarily get that from like the people that like my friends that I have now, and the people that I'm starting to get to know on here. There's like, obviously it's still fairly new, but there's like genuine connections getting built where, again, we see each other in other streams and we say hi to each other, and we start to
Want a
recognize each
treat-o?
other, and yeah, that's just kind of what I'm getting at. Like, it's been a really good space for me, I think, to find Twitch and find the people that I've met, and I look forward to hopefully collaborating with more people in the future. Like, not just Silent. Like, there's a lot of people that I've met that I'd love to be able to do something at some point in the future with. I've discussed with a couple people now doing potentially a one shot D&D campaign where I invite some folks, and DM for them and run a little, like, just a one, 4 hour game or something like that, so it's not a long-term campaign. I am talking about online friendships and communities, and how they can be just as important and positive influences on your life as like real life friends. Mostly just rambling because I raided into a stream earlier where we were talking about like old social media, and how like you meet people in online spaces and maybe you lose touch with them, but then some people you like actually exchange phone numbers with, and get to know over the years. And I was saying how a lot of my World of Warcraft friends I still have on Facebook, and we might not talk every day, but we still, like, when new games come out, sometimes we're playing the same games, and then we end up playing those new games together too. Um, so just kind of like how things have evolved over time, but still somehow keep in touch with some of those people. All these pieces that are sitting in plain sight of where they belong, and I just don't see it until another day. Fresh eyes, fresh pieces. So yeah, I was just rambling about that because I've had a lot of online friends over the years, and many of them have been quite important to me. So This has gotta be part of... Oh. Yeah. There we go. Found it. But what are you up to tonight? Anything interesting? I disagree that never is the correct answer. I enjoy your uh, cursed sim stories, and also sometimes your cursed cat stories when you're playing Clan Gen. So I would disagree that that is not interesting. But yeah, no, like making friends. I was also, I don't know if when you came in, when exactly when you came in. While I was rambling, I was also saying how like making friends has consistently been hard for me because I always feel like I never put in the same, or sorry, they never have the same feelings of friendship that I have for them. Like people that I feel like I'm really close to, um, don't necessarily reciprocate in the same kind of way. Um, oh, that's satisfying. So it's nice to find communities online, especially where it's a bit easier to like navigate socially and then meet new people and find new people that are of similar interest and similar understanding um, to certain life experiences. And I just got really lucky that I happened to find the group of friends that I did in real life, um, who were all trans and furry, and we have a lot of similar ideas about uh, values and life and whatnot in general. And we were all around the same age, which is honestly kind of a huge challenge as well. Um, because I'm sure you've probably experienced a lot of people closer to your age probably still like to party a lot, and we are not that genre of person. At least not on a frequent basis. I like to party, but I like to party like twice a year, and that is my limit. And that's usually at a convention. This really feels like it needs to go around here somewhere. Oh, wait. Yeah, see, that's why people in real life, I feel like, are harder. Like, especially when you're like, I'm not friends with. I would not say that I'm friends with any coworker truly that I've ever had. Like the people that I had to drop as friends because I thought they were close friends, but were actually not, and were just very much like using both myself and my wife to like get certain things, because we were very kind and naive people who were willing to like drive people places and whatnot, with very little, any with getting very little in return. And not that I'd expect anything in return, but I'd at least expect, like to have as much effort put in on the opposite side. Like we would drive them anywhere they wanted, almost any time they wanted, because they didn't have a car and they couldn't drive. But then like it was too much for them to pay for an Uber to come see us and hang out with us when we invited them over. So like unless we went and picked them up or we drove out to see them, like they wouldn't make the time or effort to see us. So it felt very one-sided, and I really hate that sort of thing. And I've run into that more in real life than I have in the online communities that I've had. Like I find it easier. I don't know if it's that people almost sometimes feel more genuine in online spaces. I think it's maybe the spaces I choose to frequent. Like I found my way into the certain Twitch communities that I've found my way into because I've kind of sought out a very specific like vibe from these people. And I don't always trust people in real life, but I'm more likely to trust people online. Like, we were close enough, we gave her a ride home from work, and they invited me out to a drink when I was busy. Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like, we hung out with these friends all the time. We had a group chat together that we all talked in, but then we eventually learned that they had, like, when Holly and I moved 20 minutes away, which was really not far, 15, 20 minutes away, when we moved away, they started their own group chat to plan events for everyone that lived close enough to walk to each other's apartments, and we found out about that after the fact. So that's like the shady shit that happens, like, and I don't, like, I feel like I've had that happen more often in real life than I've had that happen with the communities that I found in online spaces. And I don't know why. I don't know what that is, if it's that people are just more likely to be like, especially with coworkers, because they were coworkers, like there's that sense of obligation to like spend social time together. But when you're in other spaces that you purposefully seek out because of how they make you feel, I think that those spaces tend to attract more genuine people, because you're not being forced together. You are choosing to be there and choosing to participate. Because fake people suck, but they are far too common. Hey Lilith, how's it going? How are you doing tonight?
Why are you not leaving?
Yeah,
Sorry,
get out of here.
were you asking me what? Okay, I'll be gone.
No.
This train. I'm asking this train why it did not. Why am I so bad at that?
Well, yeah, I think I've experienced some of that too, and I mean, I don't know if I've necessarily gotten like directly invited to things, but I do join a lot of the people that I'm particularly fond of. I join their Discord servers, and then if events happen on the Discord server, I do my best to join in on that, and I share things, um, as well, with the intent of like getting to know people better. So I think it's also like the level of um, like just chatting on Twitch is one thing because everyone's going to be there at a certain time, and maybe chat gets busy, so you know conversations are happening all over the place. But then I try to extend it like beyond that into the communities that I've come to get to know well. So I don't know if you do much of that, but that could be something to consider as well. Exactly. We did adopt Lilith literally almost off the street one day. Uh, at a picnic. So yeah. And now here we are. I don't know. Has it been like a year and a half, 2 years? I don't even know. Time flies by so quickly. Um, but yeah, like I'm so very glad that we invited Lilith into the fold as it's been it's been great hanging out with you. Yeah, almost 2 years. Wow. Well, I can certainly hope that, I think you would get along with most people that I know and keep in my circles. So I am sure in time you will meet more people, and you do have some of your online communities too to hold on to, even if they're not always available for their own personal reasons. But you're a good person, Moon, and I very much like you being my boyfriend. So this is Miranda's face. It's quite funny looking, really, because it's like just a nose and a lip and an eye. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but it's very like menacing looking without the rest of her body or the rest of her face, I guess, to go with that. This is a very strange looking piece. Is this? Oh, this is Samar's head. I mean, sometimes that's not a bad start, though. I truly think though, like the hardest thing is genuinely finding people that will like and I'm sure Lilith can attest to this as well, because I think she's also been through similar struggles. It's finding the people who will, as I described my friend group earlier that we had to get rid of, like, it's putting in the same effort that you want to return to you, and if you don't get that back, then you don't put in the effort. Because then it's just gonna hurt you more in the end. Kai, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are discussing the perhaps borderline uplifting, borderline depressing topic of, like, making and keeping friends. And how online communities can be a really positive influence on making friends. And you would be included in that. I'm very glad to have met you through B's streams, so thank you for dropping in tonight. I'm glad you were able to join us. Yeah, we're working away on this Mass Effect puzzle right now. Yes, standard life discussions, indeed. What are you getting up to tonight? I don't actually know what time zone you're in. Is it nighttime for you? You really look like you should go somewhere that I have already prepared. It has to go this way. Okay, so it's like 6:30 there then, so getting to be night. Sounds like you're keeping busy, but yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I do have fishing. I usually have it up for my story time and puzzle streams, because these are really meant to just be kind of like lurk and hang out and be chill. I sometimes ramble on about random topics, as I'm doing today, but I find that when I ramble too much, I don't work on the puzzle. So it's got to be a bit of a balance, but yeah, we just hang out and we chat, so usually keep it pretty chill here. At least on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. My gaming streams vary drastically. But yeah, I think, Moon, what you're talking about is very much like that's how it feels at an office or at work. Like, even if it's a job that is arguably like more friendly, um, it still feels a little bit more fake than it would be if you were going out to, like, I don't know, let's say you went out to the like, maybe you go with Eric to the board game night at the Poly Cafe, right? Like, that might be a bit more likely to be people who are genuinely looking for friends, and not just people who feel like they're having to make small talk because you work together. And I think that's always been the biggest struggle for me, is I try to make friends with coworkers, and it's like, it just doesn't feel as genuine as people that I've met doing other things. Kai, you're just in um, autopilot mod mode. I appreciate the thought, though. Thank you. Whose eye is this? Like, seriously. It's not Thane. Maybe it's not even an eye. Maybe I'm just... Oh. It's Legion's armor. And it does look like it could go there, but it does not go there. It got it. Found it. No worries, Kai. No worries. I totally get it. I can imagine modding for multiple people potentially, and especially probably the chaos of Bee's chat, as fun as it is, can be exhausting in its own right. Um, you know, even when compared to like streaming. So, and Moon's modded before too, so I think he probably also understands a bit about that. Yeah, I get that. Peopling's hard. Peopling is hard. Especially when you're autistic as fuck and don't know what to do or say. Yeah, I was really wondering about that. I was like, do we know this person? Have they spoken in this chat before? That was very very forward of them, to say the least. I really don't understand people who feel like they have it's like when you're talking about like cosplay. Like, I don't understand why people feel like they have the right to people's bodies just because they're online, or like doing something that is arguably like some form of attention, like drawing attention to yourself. Like, no, sorry, you still don't have you still can't do that. Yeah, the fucking double ADHD is a struggle. I haven't been officially diagnosed with ADHD. I think mine's mild enough that I can self-diagnose with coffee. So the autism is really what is the loudest in my brain. But yeah, I can totally relate to that. A pillow mod, is that just sort of like a you chill and not a lot goes, not there's not a lot to mod really. Kai, the ever-present watchdog. Like a pillow princess, yes, yes. That's exactly what I was figuring that was referencing. You're there to look pretty, not do work. I do think there is some. It is definitely, it hits people differently, right? And like it's definitely harder, um, for some people, for sure. But I think that can also be where it, like I think I've learned over time from being accidentally like adopted by extroverted people who have introduced me to others, and then kind of like picked up on how to be social from other people. But I still wouldn't say that I'm great at it. Yeah, I don't get it, Kai. And I feel like, I was, do you know Alona Oakenshield? Have you ever been in any of her streams? Um because she was talking about how there are kink videos of female streamers sneezing and coughing, and like they don't ask these streamers to take their content and make them into kink videos. um but she was saying how like she found one of her clips in a video and someone sent it to her, and she was like, I did not consent to this. Like, I mean, she's not going to kink shame someone for being into that, but like ask their permission before you make a kink video with their content. Like, I don't know, it's very like, excuse me. um she does a lot of dragon, she's been playing through the Dragon Age series for the last while, like since August, on a first playthrough, and I don't know. I've met her. I've seen her streams through the grapevine of the many people that I have met and followed um, since being on Twitch. But yeah, I was just like flabbergasted by that story. Um, I would not even think that that would be something that people would need to think about, but apparently they do. Exactly. Like there's joking, and then there's like strictly making assumptions about like what people owe you. And yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel good when it's the wrong side of that. Yeah, I know. I definitely get that, Moon. Um, like I hear you there. It can be a struggle to be public, let alone when there's other things that could like lead to other potential issues. Like I don't like that it prevents people from kind of streaming and being comfortable with themselves. And I think there are communities where like there you would be able to find good people, but you'd also have to have like you have to be prepared for some struggles too. Exactly, Lilith. Exactly. Um, as I was saying in my community stream the other night with like Silence and Gator, like to be to not be an asshole, the bar is very low, but people still manage to um, fall below the bar. Like it's really so easy to not be an asshole. Um, but that is sadly not the world we live in, where people can just be kind to each other all the time. Yeah, even be polite. Even if it's a joke, don't lead with it. Just at least say hello first. You get to know us a little before you decide to troll. Exactly. Like it's really not that hard. Um, it's really not. But people just they like to take. Do you think you'll get back into streaming anytime soon, or still kind of settling in and taking a break and just like continuing to do mod stuff? Ugh, I really, I hate people. Hearing that makes me so angry. Hearing that just makes me so very angry. I don't understand why people have to be so terrible to other people for no reason. I am very stumped today, folks. I've put a few pieces together. I've made some okay progress. But I thought I was gonna hit my head on my light. Arsenal, hey friend, how you doing? How you doing this morning? You're on a different time zone, right? I always try to remember everyone's time zone, but I often forget. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just working away at a puzzle, and we're chatting about the woes of the internet and making friends and keeping friends and talking to people and building communities. So, well, good morning to you, and I hope you're having a good day so far. I will. Well, I hope you do maybe get back into it, Kai, when you feel up to it. Obviously, don't like push yourself too hard, but I'd love to catch one of your streams, um, if you happen to get back into it. I mean, I think like I'm here wearing a wolf mask and being a self-proclaimed furry, and I'm surprised I haven't had a troll come in yet. I am sure the that will be an inevitable result at some point. But I will deal with that when it comes. But yeah, I get not even wanting to tempt it. Like it's you have to have a little bit of a thick skin, and I just think my existing online for as long as I have, and being in various different communities where things have not gone as nicely as they've gone so far here on Twitch, um, I've kind of learned to shake it off quite well. Yeah, exactly. Like I would probably just ban them from the chat. Like I'm not opposed to doing that. I just have been lucky enough to not experience that yet. Um, it's certainly an easy thing to deal with, but I also totally understand that. I have obviously made the decision to stream with a mask on for a certain purpose, right? Um, it's I'm not necessarily scared to show my face on like in some Discord servers. I don't necessarily mind if some people that I spend significant amount of time know what I look like, but in respect to like uh, going public, it's easier to just hide my face. Good, because that person deserved it. Well, that's okay. Maybe one of these days we could make you a little PNG character, and you don't need to talk much. You can just stream something with me and play a bit of a cameo role. What's on the menu, Kai? Anything good tonight? I made I made tacos that were quite tasty, and I still have leftovers for tomorrow. I really want to find this piece. Silence, good morning to you. How's it going? I am doing pretty good tonight. Um, we've made okay progress, but I've been yapping a lot, and when I yap, I don't work on the puzzle as much, so. Eggs and waffles, solid choice. I will vote breakfast for any meal, any time of day, honestly. Um, I am all about that. You are everywhere, Silence. I feel like I've run into you a lot today. But yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good. I got through my work day. I'm still snowed in though. I'm waiting for my contractor to come and clear the end of my driveway because my snowblower is not good enough to clear it myself. And I could shovel it, but it's about half my height worth of snow, so I'm not really interested in doing that, to be honest. Yeah, tell me about it. The plows really made a mess at the end of my driveway. I mean, I'm not super tall. I'm 5'5", but it's still quite a towering mound of snow. I like that idea, Kai. I also love like PNG tuber stuff. I think it's so cool. Um, I have a little like PNG redeem. Um, oh, that's add start in 3 minutes. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Um, I have a little PNG redeem of like a silly PNG of like it's my mask but with a moving mouth, um, just for fun. But it could also come in handy if I'm ever feeling like not not having the mask on but still wanting to stream. I do love the idea though; it's very fun. They're actually I have two pairs of glasses, so I have glasses that I like normally wear, and then these are like a spare pair that I have, and they're actually like partially inside, and there's even like because I got this mask custom made, there's like little holes for the glasses to go into, because yeah, I am blind AF without my glasses, so gaming would just be an absolute no. We are in ads in 30 seconds, just so you all know. So I will probably disappear for most of you for a few minutes, but then I will be back. And I will probably still plug away at a few pieces while y'all are gone, because I really haven't done much tonight and I'd like to. So yeah, we got 4 seconds now. So. Were there ads? I got the countdown, but I didn't get the ad starting thing, so maybe we missed them. There they are.
Emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port.
I do often get the same ads across every stream that I'm in, so that might be normal. And some people only get one ad. And then poor Kai got 5, so I don't know what the algorithm does. I have it set to like 3 minutes every hour. But I don't control like what. I have it set to basically like dynamically do ads, as long as it does 3 ads 3 minutes every hour, and that prevents pre-rolls from happening. So it prevents people from like joining my stream and immediately getting an ad. I don't know. Maybe. Because I'm still saying I got 45 seconds left on Ads Manager, but it might vary by location or who knows. Who knows what Twitch is doing over there. Welcome back, Kai. I'm sorry you had to succumb to sports ads. I don't hate sports myself, but I'm very picky about them. I pretty much only watch hockey on any consistent level. I don't know how this keeps happening, that I keep getting these pieces that are, again, right next to where they belong, and I just totally miss it. Also, I don't know if you saw, Moon, but I did get my hydrate in, but I'm still going to take a sip again anyway, because I'm thirsty. Have a wonderful night, Kai. Thanks again for stopping in. Really appreciate you. And truly, I hope you have a great night. And enjoy your dinner. Speaking of, let me do this. And I don't know if Silence is still here and lurking, but he'll get one too.
Yeah, well, you can always grab it. Unlock.
Remember, you can
What
always
is it?
deposit on the
Oh!
side of the drop pod.
Is that a Flappy Bird hack? That's new too. I'm seeing him double! That's so
See when you meet him.
Wait, I need to focus. I need to focus.
That's
Oh,
unfair.
for fuck's sake.
Unremarkable performance. We survived. We got samples. We,
Feels like
we did all the things.
Feels like you're being great. Feels like you're being
Yeah, of
graded
course, man.
after a
No
night
problem.
in with the missus. Unremarkable performance. Thanks.
Yeah, that's fair, Moon. You gotta either, be prepared. Like, it's not obviously just about the equipment, but you also gotta be prepared, like, mentally for it. But maybe you'll get there one day, maybe not. If not, you'll still, I'm happy to have you as my mod, and always happy to maybe have you jump on a stream with me sometime in a less, like, center of attention capacity. Even if you don't have a mic on or anything, we can just play, like, Chain Together or something that, like, we can talk on Discord, but you don't need to be on stream if you don't want to be. I'll probably go till about 10:30 tonight, because I'm feeling pretty good right now, so I feel like I don't mind staying up a little bit later than usual. Oh, that actually does go together. I'll admit I was skeptical. And this... I don't know what this is from. It's got, like, purple. It's not that. It's not that. Oh, it's got, like, a shape in it. What in the world could you be? Well, that adds some more context to that, but it still doesn't quite tell me where it goes. Hmm. Maybe this is actually up here. No, I don't think so. Okay, so little triangles. So this is the bottom of the... I know where this goes. I know exactly where this goes. I'm gonna have to move it down in chunks, but... that little clue helped me. Did I miss any pieces? Did this go with it? No, I don't think so. Actually, that's that. I don't know why I didn't place that piece. Oh, this piece I think I missed. definitely feel like we're making very good progress with the red half. Like we're really filling in a lot of pieces. What is it doing? Mine was being weird earlier when I was using. I'm on the app on my phone, and it was like disconnecting me from chat every time I tried to connect. And then it decided to work, so I'm not going to complain. But I don't know what I did to magically make it work, because it was definitely doing funny things. Oh, Steam, not stream. That does sound quite possessed. Alright, I think I need to force myself to wrap up, or I may not stop. So, I am going to take a look at who is streaming tonight. But before I do that, I really want to thank everyone for coming by, participating in a more in-depth conversation that distracted me quite a bit from the puzzle, but nonetheless, I still think we made some good progress, and I had a really enjoyable evening chatting with all of you. As always, I appreciate everyone who stops by, everyone who chats, everyone who lurks, whatever you're doing here, I appreciate you. So yeah, we're going to take a quick look. Oh, the mobile app doesn't tell me when I last rated people. The Twitch mobile app is such a crapshoot. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to open it on my computer. Which means I have to stand up. The worst. Twitch, do better. You've been around long enough. You should have a better app. I have to say. Okay, it might be... Oh, I might raid Mrs. Spectre Crumble, because it's their first stream. And I always see them in chats, and Crumble and Mrs. Crumble are some good folks. So let's go show some love over there. They're playing Words on Stream right now. Let me drop the raid message. And thank you, Arsenal, for stopping by. Okay, we got the top one for follows and the bottom one for subs. And we're gonna head on over and say hello. Good night, everyone, and good morning, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening or day or whatever their time zone brings them.